Hey guys, Simon Trizelian, another voice of reason for today. Okay, so we saw that some very predictable stuff. I think there's some interesting chess playing going on, and stick with me on this because I think this is what is probably going on in the big term. So as we saw, right, you got 60 days before the new administration comes in. Normally speaking, it's what they call the lame duck period. Okay, so most things don't get done. Everyone knows that, it's your Hail Marys. So all of a sudden, Biden, and if it is Biden, releases the ability to Ukraine to use long-range American missiles into Russia, okay? Knowing full well that this is one of Putin's red lines. Now, I used to play rugby at quite a high level, and I was an inside centre. And anyone that knows rugby is that, we were the ones that are the strong and the speedy ones, but we're not the biggest guys on the field. When the ball comes out of the scrum, it has to go somewhere. And at that point, you get the big guys or the opposition coming towards you, the forwards. And we used to call it a hospital pass. Okay, so if the fly half got it wrong, and he would literally just get rid of it because he could see these guys bearing down on him, and he would just flick it to one of the centers. And then if we can't get speedy very quickly, we're hammered by the biggest guys on the field, and that's why it's called the hospital pass. You get rid of it to save yourself, but you put someone else in danger as well. And that's exactly what Biden has done. He has done a hospital pass to Trump. He is literally almost like forcing Putin to continue the war, because Trump has said on day one he's going to create peace with Putin, and Putin has actually said that he's willing to come to the table, not with Biden but with Trump. So if all of a sudden you push Putin into a corner, so now he's got missiles coming into his country, he has to do something. And he's not doing it because it's a strategic outcome. He's doing it to keep power with his own people. Okay, he's got to look like the strong man. So he's got to do some form of response. And this is why he came out today and said, we're going to now explore a potential nuclear option. He's been talking about that for 2 years, and nothing's happened as yet, and I don't think it ever will. If you go back through some of my other videos, I'll tell you why certain nuclear weapons don't work anyway. So I think that what Biden has done is purposely try to put Trump in a very difficult position in order to prolong the Ukraine war, because as we know, and I think we all understand, that this is a gravy train for contractors. It's a gravy train for people like Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, all of these military industrial complex. They make a lot of money with this war carrying on in Ukraine. So why would they want to stop it? Well, frankly, they don't. So Trump does. Now, hear me out on this, because I have a feeling that Trump is playing 5D chess here, and everyone else is playing checkers. Now, Trump he wants a legacy, right? This is his 4 years to get a legacy. He knows what he does in the first 100 days is going to secure a lot of that. And we're going to talk a little bit more about Senate picks and things like that in another video. So what if he has almost, because Trump is a troller. He just trolls Biden all the time, and Harris. And he knows that he wants to create peace with Putin. He knows that Putin, it's the largest war in Europe since World War II, right? It's a big one. It's not just a special military operation. This is a big war with millions of people being killed. So what if Biden has been fooled into thinking he is going to stuff Trump's presidency by continuing the war? What if that has now raised the stakes of the war, made it more important, because people are getting a little bit bored with it, you got to say. So all of a sudden now it's a nuclear war. Wow, well, that's different, isn't it? Now hear me out on this, because how would we feel, right? You think of it from Putin's point of view. How would we feel if, say, the Russians provided missiles to another country close to us, say Cuba, for instance, and put us in danger? Would we do something? Yes, we did. It was called the fucking Cuban Missile Crisis, right? It happened to us. We're doing exactly the same thing to Putin. So no wonder he's pissed, right? Now, given that the stakes have risen, given that we're on the brink of potentially a nuclear war, even though we're not, we're on a potential nuclear war. Trump goes in, creates peace with Putin, and averts a nuclear war. Do I hear a Nobel Peace Prize coming out? Hamas is suing for peace right now. That's another one. Lebanon will be the same. So in 100 days, Trump would have averted 3 major wars or created peace in at least, probably in all 3. Now, if that isn't a candidate for the Nobel Peace Prize, I really don't know what is. So who's playing who here? Just think about it. Just think about it. That's all I'm saying today. Simon Trezelyan, voice of reason, out to you.